Good morning, students. How are you? Fine. Okay, very good. Students, till now we have discussed different concepts of national income in detail. But still one more important concept is left, and that I would like to discuss today, and that is the concept of a closed economy and open economy. Okay, do you know what is called a closed economy? A closed economy refers to such an economy which has no economic relations with rest of the world. That means there is no exports and imports through this economy. There is no movement of capital and people for economic purposes, or any kind of transactions like lending, borrowing, etc. take place between such an economy and rest of the world. Okay, it has no economic relation with rest of the world. That is called closed economy. Clear now? Next one is the open economy. What is open economy? It is just opposite to closed economy. In what way? It has economic relations with rest of the world. There is export and import through this economy. There is movement of capital and people for economic purposes there. And open economy is one through which lending and borrowing takes place, and other transactions also take place. Okay, that is called open economy, which has economic relations with rest of the world, with other countries. Okay, now let us see, in context of a closed economy, there is no difference between domestic income and national income. Why? Because the net factor income from abroad for such an economy will be zero. Okay? Why? Because it has no economic relations with rest of the world. And in context of an open economy, there is a difference between domestic income and national income. And this difference may be as, if net factor income from abroad is positive, then national income will be greater than domestic income. Okay? If net factor income from abroad is negative, then domestic income will be greater than national income. And if net factor income from abroad is equal to zero, then domestic income and national income will be the same in context of an open economy. Okay, so sometimes questions are asked based on these concepts, so better you go through these concepts in detail from the textbook. Okay children, till now we have discussed almost all the important concepts of national income accounting as per your syllabus. Okay, and you know, usually three types of questions are asked based on these concepts, such as first, classification and identification based questions are asked. Okay, in which you may be given some examples of intermediate goods and final goods, of normal goods, normal residents and non-residents, and then you may be asked to classify them and identify them as final goods or intermediate goods, or as normal residents and non-residents. Okay, so better you do all the questions which have been given in your textbook. Okay, the second type of question is the definition based questions which may be asked, such as you may be asked to define the domestic territory of a country. You may be asked to define the normal residents of a country. You may be asked to define depreciation, and many more terms and concepts you may be asked to define. Okay, it will be called definition based questions. Okay, now you go through the textbook and see this type of questions and do in proper way. I will cooperate you if some problems if you fail. And the third one is the distinction based questions. In distinction based questions, you may be asked to distinguish between intermediate goods and final goods, between normal residents and non-residents, and between the two other things as per your syllabus. Okay, so better you go through different concepts of national income once more and do the related questions. Okay, now we will discuss different aggregates of national income. Till now we have discussed the concepts of national income, but now we shall discuss the aggregates of national income. You know, children, national income is not directly estimated, but to obtain the final value of national income, some other aggregates are also estimated, such as GDP, GNP, NDP and NNP. Okay, then basically there are four aggregates of national income, and they are called GDP, GNP, NDP and NNP. These are the four aggregates of national income. Okay, but to obtain these four aggregates, first of all, one master aggregate is estimated, and that is called value of output. Right? What is this value of output? This value of output is same as the aggregate money value of all final goods and services produced within the domestic territory. Okay. Now the question arises, how this value of output is estimated. This value of output is estimated in two ways. First, it is estimated by multiplying the respective quantities of different goods and services with their respective prices, and then their summing up will be called as value of output. Or you can express it as summation P into Q. Summation means sum total, P refers to price and Q refers to quantity. Means the quantities of different commodities multiplied with their respective prices, and their sum total is the value of output. Okay, The second way to estimate the value of output is sales plus change in stock. Okay, sales means that part of output which is sold in the market. Thus, a figure of sales is taken and that part of output which is not sold in the market becomes a part of the stock. Therefore, the change in stock is calculated. The change in stock is calculated as closing stock minus opening stock of raw materials, finished goods and semi-finished goods. Right? Closing stock is the stock at the end of accounting year and opening stock is the stock at the beginning of accounting year. And when we calculate change in stock, it is the difference between closing stock and opening stock. Thus, the change in stock is equal to closing stock minus opening stock. And to estimate the value of output, we will add change in stock to sales. That means value of output is equal to sales plus change in stock. And that's all. Thank you.